Podcast. 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 Yeah, yet another episode of the Racer X Exhaust Podcast, giving you a twofer. Today we posted Shane McElrath and Justin Cooper talking about the resumption of Monster Energy Supercross, and now more focus on the 250 class. We will be joined by East champion and points leader Chase Sexton of the Geico Honda team, and a whole bunch of rookies, including his two teammates, Jett Lawrence and Yoshimura, also Jalek Swoll of Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, and Derek Drake of Trolley Designs Red Bull KTM. I'm Jason Weigandt, your host, and of course this is brought to you by Yoshimura, same exhaust system that Chase Sexton, Jett Lawrence, and Yoshimura use on their Geico Honda machines. And they do have an all-new exhaust system coming for a variety of bikes, the RS12, now available for the Yamaha YZ250F. It is shipping, so check it out at yoshimura-rd.com or go to your local dealer that carries Yoshimura products. And also that Chaleo pedal we've been talking about, a awesome made-in-the-USA high-end flat pedal for your mountain bike, your BMX bike, or even your road bike, is now available in two sizes, large and now small, for riders with smaller feet. So go to yoshimuracycling.com for more on that. And one more plug for myself personally. Not only do I want you to subscribe to Racer X, the magazine, you can read it either digitally, online, or in print, but I want you to do it by using my subscription link. So go to racerxonline.com/Weege. That's WEEGE, and subscribe that way. And it's cheap. 99 cents will get you access 3 months digitally, $2.99, 3 months digital access plus the print mag. And everything in the magazine, digital or print, is different from what you get for free on racerxonline.com. Just got to pay the 99 cents, and then you'll get access to all the good stuff. We work really hard to put magazines together, and it'd really be a shame if you weren't reading all of it. Okay, so I am now in Salt Lake City. I'm at the DoubleTree Hotel downtown, recording the intro to this podcast. Riders and teams starting to roll in yesterday, Wednesday, and today, Thursday. I've got to leave and go get a COVID test, and you can listen to Chase Sexton. Here we go. 250 Supercross East. What up?
What's going on?
All right. Hey, thanks
it's the first
for the
time
time. What's that?
This is the first time I've done one of these, so I had to figure out how to request to get in here.
Dude, it's been across the board. Like, first I had to figure it out the first week, and every single rider is learning it. I think AC, shockingly, is like the only one, of course. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, he's tech savvy, so.
Yeah. So now I need to know, like, is this taking up valuable time? Are you like in crunch time now that racing is back?
No, I've been pretty much riding Supercross and training normally for probably the last 4 weeks since I heard.
Yep.
They told us, like, I think it was going to be on May 17th originally, and then they moved it back. So I think I started riding maybe 2 weeks before that, and then now I've had probably 4 weeks, 4 days of riding each week. So I think I'm ready. I haven't gotten much time on the 450 for outdoors, but I've been focusing on Supercross and trying to be the best that I can come Salt Lake.
Yeah, you're in this unique spot because you're going to race a 450 outdoors. And at one point, they thought Supercross was going to have to wait all the way to September to be able to race.
Yeah.
You had to be sweating that, going back and forth potentially.
Yeah, it was going to be interesting because, like I said, like it was. I mean, like you said, it was going to be kind of weird having to race motocross and then go back to Supercross. But for me, I was most likely going to like take off the last couple races of outdoors and then just get back on 250 because it's there's a big difference in power and just overall weight. So. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the best case scenario, getting it done now and kind of getting it out of the way because obviously my main goal is to win the Supercross championship. So 450 can wait.
So here's the weird thing. We've talked so much to 450 guys about the 7 races in 3 weeks. That's not the case for you 250 guys. I think you're the first 3 races East. Is that how it works?
Yeah, first 3 and then 2 races off and then 3 after that, or 2 after that. 1 regular and East-West showdown.
So how do you think you're going to play it? You could leave for like 5 days, say, in between. Are you going to, or do you know what you're going to do?
Well, when they first said that, I was gonna leave and then come back, but I'm going to get tested obviously when I go there. And if we get tested positive for Corona, we can't race. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay there and not chance it. So I think we have a track to ride out there. And the team's going to be based out of there. So even if I went to California, I wouldn't have a bikes ride or anything like that. It's all going to be in Salt Lake City. So I'm just going to stay out there the whole time. I'm going to bring my golf clubs and try to enjoy it. I got an Airbnb, so try and make it as, I guess, comfortable as possible.
Dude, I've heard this from like everybody. Everybody's got like cool places they're renting. Everybody will be together. You don't have to fly anywhere between races. It almost sounds like everyone's realizing this is kind of a fun way to go racing.
Yeah, I think it's going to be I think it should be mostly relaxed atmosphere. I think it's going to be weird at the races because you're not going to be able to like mingle with anybody. You're going to be with your team.
Yeah.
At least what they say. I don't know how, I guess it's going to be interesting to see how strict they are with all these rules because there's a lot of rules to enforce all of it. So, I'm just going to do my part and try and be as smart as possible. But it's going to be interesting with not having any track walk and all that stuff. So it's going to be first time for everybody.
Yeah, so how do you look at it? Are you like a routine guy and not being in your routine at all is going to be weird? Or are you a guy that doesn't care so much about making sure you do the same exact thing every day at the same time kind of stuff?
No, I mean, I don't really care. It's kind of like almost like a shortened schedule for like a mud race kind of thing. It's kind of almost the same thing as that. So I think it's going to be different for everybody. And I think for me, it doesn't take me a whole bunch of time to get the track figured out. So I think it might play in my advantage a little bit. Having it that way, only had 2 practices. So, I think it's going to be weird having 3 minutes of on the wheels on the ground for the first, because there's no track walk. You're going to have 3 minutes on the ground and then green flag. So it's going to be kind of like who can do the most laps with the wheels on the ground. It's going to be everyone's going to be scrubbing the jumps and stuff, trying to go as fast as possible without jumping. So it's going to be pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay. Even at this, if you get your practice track redone, do you walk it? Do you roll it? I'm trying to think of a scenario where you might not have normal track walk and you're trying to learn the track and maybe you roll it. Or do you never really roll Supercross tracks like you're going to have to now?
No, I mean, if we get a new track at the Moto Sandbox, something like that, we just kind of we go out there. We mostly we'll probably double through the rhythm sections at first, and then 3 laps in, we're tripling and doing all that stuff. So it's not going to be too different. I think it's going to be just like a normal practice day if you get a new track. So I think it's going to be I think it's going to be fun. I think track walk is kind of I don't know, everyone just kind of talks on it and it's kind of no one's really paying attention anyway. So it's going to be kind of funny.
Okay, so you're not a guy who has, Brayton told me, 90% of the track he gets from track walk. You're not like that.
No, I mean, I go out there and look at it, but if I ride press day, usually I watch press day or either ride it. So I see the rhythm sections and all like that. It's pretty self-explanatory once you see somebody go and do it. So
yep.
For me, no, I think it's going to be kind of just going out there. I mean, you're going to roll it and know what you're going to be able to do, unless there's some quad or something like that. It's going to have to watch somebody, but it's going to be, I think, pretty self-explanatory. I think as long as the track's a normal Supercross and not some crazy big rhythm section track. So it'll be fun. It'll be different, and I think it's going to take a little more focus than if you just went out there and walked the track. So you're going to pay attention to those three minutes of on the ground rolling.
Yeah, some fans asking questions here. They can't have track walk. They're doing everything they can to try to compress the day, prevent people from mingling. And honestly, if anyone's ever had a chance to even see how track walk works, it's more social time than it is track walk time. So they're eliminating that.
Track talk. It's not track walk, it's track talk.
Yeah, so in an era of social distancing, it's out. No track walk. And they're making you guys ride a certain amount of laps, not jumping the jumps to learn. The next thing is elevation. Any idea how that might affect things for you?
Obviously, we race in Denver and stuff like that. We have one race with elevation, but I've raced a little bit. I raced the Arena Cross in Colorado Springs, which is higher than Denver. And then I've done some mountain biking and stuff out there, but I've never been at altitude for a certain amount of time. So it's going to be kind of, I guess, interesting to see how people handle it. And I think it's going to slow down. I don't think it's going to really affect us from the first, 4 or 5 days we're there. But I think from being there for 3 weeks, the recovery time, just being at elevation, not getting as much oxygen, it's just slower. So I think race 4 or 5, you're going to see maybe a little bit of fatigue coming out of some people, but I guess we'll wait and see. I mean, I've never been there, like I said, as long as 3 weeks. So going to have to wait and see.
Did I hear some hints somewhere that you were packing on pounds here during this little break time? Finally getting to live the normal physique that you'd probably want to if you weren't racing 250s? Or is that all a joke?
No, I was eating like kind of what I wanted for a little bit, but then when they said we got to go racing again, like I'm back, I got a scale, I got back down to my fighting weight for the 250 class. I'm actually lighter now than I was when I started racing this at the beginning of the year. So no, I haven't been packing on the pounds. I guess I mean, people might think that. I guess some people are saying I look stronger or more. I don't know, but I've been doing my own thing. I guess my normal routine for 3-4 weeks now. So back down to where I need to be. I have to watch a lot of what I eat because I'm bigger and like it's pretty easy for me to build muscle. So I gotta kind of watch it.
Bro, you're like in the one sport where that isn't a good thing, right? You're in the one sport where it would help you anywhere else but here.
I know. Well, and just being on the 250, and it's just like you can't be like it. I guess like 5 pounds really isn't that much. But like if I gain because I'm like 170 to 175, I go over 180. Like that's like 10 pounds, like a horsepower. So like on 250, it's a big. I guess it's a big difference. So I was looking forward to racing outdoors. So I wasn't gonna have to worry about my weight as much on the 450. But no, I'm glad now I can just kind of get my weight back down, and then once I'm on the 450, I'm on it, so I don't have to worry about it as much.
Yes, the future off season, like going into 21, you can do what you want.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like AC said, he lost weight when he went to the 450. Like he was heavier in outdoors last year than he is now, so maybe that's what happened. Maybe I'll get lighter. I don't know. Maybe I don't worry about it. Maybe I don't worry about it as much. I'll get lighter. I don't know.
Oh, you never know. Oh, he didn't do that on purpose. It just happened.
No, it just happened. Like he said it like he's just lighter. I don't know. He doesn't know why. I guess maybe not as much pressure as being heavy or being lighter as much pressure. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. I will see. Hopefully if I get lighter, I don't really need to be like some of these guys are like 150 on a 450. Like I have a hard enough time hanging on to it and like now. So if I get any lighter, I can't imagine. Like Amar rides a 450 sometimes. Like I don't know how you hang on to the thing. He's like 130 pounds. So.
Yeah, okay, so it's been that big of a transition because you have done some 450 riding during this break. It's a pretty big difference, eh?
Yeah, no, I mean, the bike has so much power and, like, just the torque feeling. Like, if I get back on the 250, I feel like I'm riding at, like, elevation because, like, the thing just doesn't have nearly as much torque as the 450 does. And, like, the 450 power is, like, right there, like, automatically. So I got, like, I think from riding the 450, I got a lot stronger. And, like, my arms and stuff, like, just, I don't know, I guess I feel like I got stronger, but like the first like week, I guess I rode it, I was super tired after like riding it. My muscles are super sore. Just hanging on to that thing for a long period of time is tough. And I think that's the bike definitely beats you up a little more as more than the 250.
Okay, so let's talk about your season. Shane McElrath put a whoop on everybody at the first race. You said you wanted to put a stop to that and not have anyone build a win streak. You did exactly what you said you wanted to do. You got a 10-point lead. You didn't win Daytona, but otherwise you kind of been aces. So were you a little bummed about having this break? Because for the most part, the season was going, I would think, exactly where you wanted it to go.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was definitely going good. Tampa was it was kind of tough to swallow. Like, I had a good race. I didn't get a very good start, which was part of the problem. But I feel like I rode pretty good. I kind of knew I was going to have to warm myself up into this. And I think Shane is always good at that first race. And coming back now, not racing for a while, I think it's going to be the same kind of thing. I think he's going to be very good at this first race, obviously. So I'm going to go out there and try and get back what I had going before. I was on the podium every race. So I think that's the key to staying on the podium and not making those big mistakes and just kind of keep getting like the starts I had. Besides for that first race at Tampa, I think my starts are pretty good. So if I can get good starts and kind of stay where I want to be, like I was in a pretty good spot before, so I think I can do it again and get back to where I was at Daytona.
What if, and I know you've ridden a lot, and your bike's probably where you want it to be, you're winning races, leading points, but if someone goes to the first race and then starts freaking out over their setup because of the dirt or the track layout or whatever, what do you do then? Because everyone right now is saying, I don't even need to ride during the week, I'll be good. But we all know what happens. Then all of a sudden starts going sideways. What happens then?
Yeah, so I actually, some of this time, like in this break, I've kind of been trying different bike setups, not necessarily like it's good for the track I'm riding, but I kind of been just playing around with different things on the bike because we go to a race and I've been this year I've kind of changed my setup every time I'm going to the race, and it's kind of annoying, like having to make these big decisions on race day. So I've been trying to kind of learn the bike a little more and kind of figure out like if something works for a certain kind of dirt or track. So I've been working on that a little bit on this off time. So I think that's going to help me going into Salt Lake. But I'm actually on the same setup that I was racing in Dallas now. I've kind of went back to that. So something I'm familiar with and what works for me. So.
But it sounds like you probably have just more knowledge, like what you would need to change if you feel something. You have a better idea of what direction to go.
Yeah, like that's what exactly. I kind of get lost at the races. Like if I have a bad practice, I kind of like, I guess I freak out a little bit. Like I'm like, dude, the bike's not working, and like I'm just kind of like, I get kind of like a hot head a little for probably like 10 minutes after the practice, and then I kind of calm down. But like I gotta learn how to like take what I felt on the track and tell the team so they know like what to do. And that's kind of what I've been focusing on and trying to figure out different kind of bike setups and stuff like that.
I would think it'd be so hard. Okay, you guys put in all these off-season laps. You're the champ. You want to come out, make a statement. And then if you're not first in practice, it must be hard, I would think. Only one guy can do it, but I would think it'd be hard for anyone else to be like, that's fine. I was only fourth. It'll be fine. It seems like that would be hard to do, especially when you've been thinking about it for months or weeks and riding so much.
Yeah, Tampa, I went out there and I felt okay, but like I was really like rushing stuff, and like I wanted to be first so bad that I was going out there and like just not really riding that good. And I honestly was terrible in practice. The third practice, I went down on the start, and then I launched off the berm after the finish line. So I was I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing out here. And then I ended up I turned around a little bit for the night show, but yeah, it was not pretty in practice. I was trying to go faster than what I should have been with how the track was. So yeah, you kind of be patient, but for sure it's tough going there, having the red number one plate, not qualifying fastest, or I think I was third. So it was tough. But then I went to Dallas and I got all qualified, but almost a second. I'm like, man, maybe I'm just slow this year. But no, it was funny. My qualifying hasn't been as good. Like I feel like last year my qualifying was better, but I was worse in the main event. But now I feel like I'm worse in qualifying, but better at the night show, I guess. But I mean, it counts when you race the main event. So I guess that's a good thing.
That's right. Oh, you reminded me. I forgot. We had this controversy going with the practice starts that you guys were doing. It was getting more and more intense every week. That included the West guys and the 450 guys. We were getting to the point where we were having first turn crashes in practice. So is anyone changing their strategy about this now?
Well, so at Tampa, like I felt like I had the whole shot, or like Shane was on the outside of me, and all of a sudden I just got plowed from the back, and I'm like, oh my God. And I went down pretty hard, and like I was like, I got caught off guard, and I'm like, man, this is kind of like dumb. We're in practice. Like, I don't know why we're going to the first turn wide open, but it's kind of nice, like racing or getting off a start before you actually like when it counts. Just getting your reaction time. For me, I seem like my reaction time gets better as the night goes on. So my first start, I'm usually super slow off the gate. And so I think it helps me at a certain point, but then you got, I guess, 20 guys going to the first corner wide open in practice. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Okay. But probably still going to happen. Like you guys are still going to go for it?
We'll go wide open in the first corner. And then it's like if you haven't noticed, like the first lap of at least the 250 class is like chaos. Like everyone's trying to get to the front. Like there's people hitting each other. There's people like this, like it's crazy. Like people are going for it on the first lap when they don't know what the track's like and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a race to see who can ever cross the first or the finish line first in practice. It's funny. It's going to, I bet you.
Is that to get clean racetrack? Is that why everybody's so aggressive?
I don't know. Like for me, I think it's kind of like they like to get out first and kind of set the tone for the day. Like it's kind of like a mental thing almost. And you're just feeling like being out front feels good. So if you're out front in practice, I think it kind of is mental more than anything. For me, if I'm in the back of the practice, you can pretty much count me out. I'm not having a good practice. I'm like, I take too long to get going. And then like, once I'm finally riding good, practice is over. So for me, being out there in like the top 5 I think is where I need to be. I don't know if I need to be first every time in practice, but Shane's usually pretty good at getting out front. Like sometimes like catching me off guard, like people are like stuffing me up stuff. I'm like, I'm not ready for this in practice, but it's funny.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be practice, but it's become pretty much a race at this point.
Yeah, well, these first 3 minutes, I'm telling you, it's going to be like a race. Whoever can go as fast as they possibly can around the track for 3 minutes out with their wheels on the ground. It's going to be kind of funny.
So is that because, again, you're all battling to be the first guy when the clock starts? So everybody's going to try to get ahead of each other? Yeah,
I don't know, but it's kind of like you kind of catch it. Like, so it's, I don't know. I don't think being the first one out, like I kind of learn from people, like I see different lines out there. I'd like to see where some people are going. So like if you go out first, you don't really see anybody else. So I actually got out first in Tampa, and I set my fastest lap the first lap. I didn't do anything faster after that. So I guess it does work a little bit, but I was getting beat by Shane the last lap of practice, and it's like you're first the whole practice, and all of a sudden you got like you get Shane to just top, or sometimes you get passed by 2 or 3 people. They top on the last lap. So that's really frustrating.
Okay, look, here's the $1 million question, bro. Is there anyone special new stopping by to watch you ride or hang out lately? There's been some rumors out there of a superstar maybe hanging around. I don't know if you can confirm or deny these rumors.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I should say anything, but I guess there has been somebody coming out and helping me at the track pretty much 2 or 3 times a week, and it's been fun though.
Like that much? 2 or 3 times? This wasn't one day stopping by for lunch?
No. It's been good. He's been helping me a lot, but yeah, he's going to remain nameless for the time being.
Okay.
But
where was the connection made? Where was the connection made?
It had kind of been in the talk for a while, but I guess this kind of off time really like gave us some time to kind of pan some things out, and then it just kind of happened, and now it's been I guess 3 or 4 weeks, and it's been awesome. It's been really fun, and just having some new eyes, and it couldn't be a better guy for that than him. So he's gonna remain nameless for right now because it's kind of still fresh. So
let's call it the secret weapon. You want to go with that?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, it pays off in Salt Lake.
Oh, that's true. My last thing on that topic: was there any golf involved? Because I feel like you like it, and this person who will remain nameless doesn't mind playing some golf.
Yeah, no, there's definitely been some golf involved. I think we played two times so far, and it's been fun. So we have that in common, at least the golf course.
Cool. All right. So overall, man, you got to be excited. You're finally back to racing. Every single rider probably had to be. I know you were training and riding, but you had to be a little lost not having a date. So you must be so relieved to have something on the calendar to focus on.
Yeah, it was kind of hard because I think it was easy to train because they kind of kept putting a date out there, but like it was never like certain. So it was kind of like it was almost like it was not annoying, but it was kind of like just hard for somebody to train, and then it could just like you kind of train for that race and then they set it back 3 weeks later than that. So now having a definite date like knowing we're going racing is it's nice, and I think it might have caught a few people off guard, but like if they would have told us to go race at May 17th and they planned on it, like people would have been even worse off. So I think for me, I've been riding and training. I'm ready to go racing again. Like I've only done 4 races this year, and it's what is it? Is it May? No.
Yeah, it is May.
Yeah, it's May. So I'm like, I kind of lose track of like what time, like what day it is and all that, and like all that stuff. Yeah. So it's it's hard not having a life, I guess. I kind of I go to the track, train, I come home, and then I play I play a PlayStation or I go golf. So it's not much going on here in Florida.
Are you one of these guys that has to have everything perfect to feel right for the race weekend, or are you one of those guys that you're not really too like OCD about stuff, or is this kind of something that works for you?
I mean, I am kind of OCD, but I feel like I can adapt to my surroundings. Like I have a certain thing I go through every weekend, before a race and stuff like that. But you kind of just have to adapt to your surroundings because every weekend's different. We're in a different hotel, but now at least I'll be in I have my own space and stuff like that. So it'll be nice, and I think it's going to be different for everybody, and it's going to be I I don't know. It's going to be crazy. I think it's having that many people and not being able to like talk to each other. Like I don't know. It's going to be weird.
Yeah, that's the thing. It actually seems fun in a way. Hey, we're all going to hang out for 3 weeks until you find out that you actually can't hang out.
No. Well, I think there's going to be some gray area because I think people outside of racing is going to be, I guess,
maybe. Yep.
I think they'll be hanging out. Like I think I'm bringing my golf clubs and stuff like that. Like there's going to be people doing like different activities outside of like the track. So
yep.
I don't know. That's how I don't know how they're going to really enforce like not like. I don't know, hanging out with you. I don't know. It's going to be weird. All these rules they have, like it's going to be kind of tough to enforce them, I think.
I think what it really comes down to is this. You know, the state of Utah was nice enough to let them do this, which is awesome because this is what you guys do for a living. I feel like don't make them look bad. Don't make the state look like they were crazy for letting a bunch of people from other states come and live there. So I feel like if you don't embarrass everybody and you look like you're trying your best, probably okay. That would be my theory on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think just an effort from people, like not. Yeah. I just think it's going to be a group effort, and I think you're going to have to, you're just going to have to regulate the people that aren't following it. But I think for the most part, I think people are going to respect it, and we all want to go racing, and this is the only way to do it. So people respect that, and I'm glad we're back racing here soon.
Yeah, and by the way, my very last thing, do you care at all about racing twice in a week? I know you have a little break because you're a 250 guy, but is that a compromise or is that okay?
No, I think it's good. I think it's going to be kind of weird because I'm going to have a track out there to ride, but like, I don't know, like I race Sunday, like do I ride Monday or Tuesday? It's going to be kind of like I'm not really worried about the racing because like you said, I have a two race break. So it's going to be weird for the 450 guys. It's going to be a lot of racing. I heard they might be cutting back main events too. But they asked me, I'm like, do not cut back. Like the 250 race is 15 minutes. Like we're only racing 5 times. Like it's not like we're racing 7 times in a row. Yeah. So in the 450 race, those 20-minute races, and it'll be good. I don't think the 250s will have to worry about that as much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got a break and the races are shorter. All right. Well, I guess get back to work. This is weird. We're back on the clock, bro.
Are you going to the races? So what?
Yeah,
how does that work? Does like the media get to like?
Yeah, I was lucky. There's a couple of us that are allowed to go. You know, they have to keep it under 900 people. They approved a couple media guys. I'm on that list. But I don't know. I'm going to go to the first 2. I literally don't know if I can even interview people or talk to anybody, which is all I'm there to do. So I'll go to the first 2 and see how it goes.
Yeah, like I don't know how it's going to do with like photos and stuff. Like they're going to have like photographers on the track. Like I don't.
They have a few. It won't be as many. There's a couple. Same thing. There's a couple guys approved. It might only be like maybe 5 or 6, and normally there's more. But I don't know. They might not be able to stand as close as they used to. I'm not sure all these rules yet. All we can do is go and see what happens.
Yeah, I guess it's going to be. I don't think anyone knows how it's going to be till we get there. So I'm looking forward to it.
That's the key. As long as you guys are pumped to race, everything else will work out. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. So that's Chase Sexton getting faster and faster. It's hard to believe how quick he is into his existence. He won the championship last year a little ahead of schedule. So even though he's already the champion, I think he's gotten better in the next year running the number 1 plate. So it's going to be tough for McElrath and the rest of the boys in the East to keep him in check. We'll see what happens on Sunday. Real quick shout out to Yoshimura, our sponsor here for the Exhaust Podcast. You can check out the RS12 exhaust system, which is all new, looks different, sounds cool. You can see it at the Yoshimura-rd.com website. You can order it now for the Yamaha YZ250F, and it's already available for the Suzuki 250 and 450. Now I've got rookies coming up here on the show. We got 4 of them. A rare situation for rookies to get a couple of months off. It'll go 4 complete months between 250 West races, by the way. San Diego, February 8th, and then they won't race until the 4th one of these revamped, restarted Supercross races. 4 months for them, about 3 months off for the East riders. The East starts this Sunday. So let's get into our conversation. We're going to start with Jalek Swoll. Then we'll talk to Jett Lawrence. It'll be Swoll, Drake, Lawrence, and Shimoda. That's the order. Here we go. JS, what's up? Jalek Swoll, we got you.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Okay, now look, I know the camera's flipped. Are you in the passenger seat or are you driving right now?
Yeah, no, I can't be driving in on
Okay.
the phone, so I'm just chilling in the passenger right now.
We talked to Adam Cianciarulo on Friday, and fans were freaking out, thinking, well, he looks like he's on the left side of the car. It's the phone is flipped. We're good.
Yeah, no, we're good. Safe driving around here.
So where are you right now? This is, are you California time right now?
No, I'm in Florida right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, Eastern.
Okay, so you're east. How do 250 riders play this? We have 7 races, but you don't do them all, depending if you're east and west. East, I think, runs the first 3, then it's 2 west, then it's 1 east, then it's a shootout. So what are you doing? You going the whole time? You going, coming home, staying? What do you do?
I think I'm going to stay up there the whole time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's just the easiest thing to do. And then if we're all doing the corona test like through the nose, I don't want to do it twice. So
Okay.
I think I'm just going to stay up there.
Do you know when you're going? You leaving Wednesday or something, or what's up?
Yeah, I'm going to leave Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I'll take the test Thursday. And, yeah, everything should be good. And then, yeah, ready to go for the racing.
So it's your rookie year. What has transpired here in these last 2 months? Is it almost like rookie year part 2? Do you not even feel like a rookie anymore? What did you get out of this break that we had in a way?
I don't know. I mean, I feel good. I think the time off actually helped a little bit. Like, I went back to outdoors and was just like working on long motos and just a bunch of intensity. And honestly, just the time off actually really helped me, just like body wise. Like, I was dealing with some stuff with the hip, like off and on, and like honestly.
Wait, back from Loretta's? That's that old injury?
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, I've had it for a while, but
yeah.
I mean, you know, it's been getting better and better over the time or whatever.
Yeah.
And honestly, like the past 3 months or 3 to 2 months, whatever, man, I've been feeling like really good. So I'm excited for the racing to come back. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, look, you had some bumps in the road here, especially your opening round, your debut, just battling to make mains. How much was Supercross is new, and how much was this injury that you were still dealing with?
I don't think it was much as the injury as it was like being nervous and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, all day I was struggling, like qualifying and everything. But like heat race, I mean, I think I was up for like maybe 2 or 3 laps. But
yeah.
honestly, like I got a pretty good start, and Martin got around me, and I was just sitting third for a little bit. And honestly, I like speed-wise, I felt good. I didn't even think I was riding bad or anything. But I went down and twisted up my bars and everything, and I couldn't finish the heat race, which like screwed me for the LCQ.
Yeah.
Because I had to go all the way outside, and it was such a tight turn. So like I got a pretty good start in the LCQ, but I just got pinched off, and then everybody who had the inside went outside, so like it left me pretty much dead last. So I had to come from dead last in LCQ, and if I'm going to be honest, like, yeah, it wasn't like result wise it was terrible, right? But
yeah,
like riding wise, I didn't even feel bad, if that makes sense. I don't know, like I mean,
well, if you had finished 5th in the heat or something, then we would have been like, yeah, he rode good, right?
Yeah. But I mean, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it wasn't the best showing or whatever, but honestly, if I would have gotten to the main, I think that would have been my best finish out of all the, you know, the races that I've been through. Because I mean, after that, I've been ninth. So, and those are nights where like it was honestly like still building. Like once I got my first main, like I was still nervous. Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I feel good. I mean, I'm like much more relaxed now about going racing. I don't really feel like how I was before about, you know, lining up with these guys. Now I'm like ready to go, and I'm ready to see like how much I've gained over this little break, because I feel good right now.
Okay, what was harder? Just the riding Supercross, like all the off-season riding, or adjusting to racing it? Like, what was the bigger transition? Riding the track, like the test track, or the actual under the lights, fans, and all that stuff?
I don't know. I mean, dude, at the start of like before the season and stuff, I was like, Supercross was just not my mojo. Like, it took me pretty good bit to get going on it, you know?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I haven't felt good until, like, now. So
Okay.
that's why I'm excited to get back going. So, yeah, I mean, to answer the question, I'd say it's way harder in the race just because everything's so much different from, like, amateurs. Like, just the whole format, like, and qualifying is my biggest thing right now. Like, I'll qualify like 20th and come out and get whatever top 10 and be like not even riding my best, you know? So like the qualifying is like, it hurts me a lot because the gate picks are so crucial in Supercross. But I think that stuff will come natural over just, you know, being at the races and around everybody. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Not so much like the fans and you know, like the night events and stuff like that, but more so the beginning of the day stuff.
So when you get out there to Utah, do you have a place to ride, or you're not even going to bother? How's that work? I've heard all sorts of answers to this one.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Husqvarna and KTM rented out a track for when out there.
Okay.
So I think we'll be riding like once a week out there, which is better than nothing. So, I mean, we're trying. But, yeah, I mean, everything's pretty laid back. I mean, at first, we didn't have any tracks, so it's changing by the day.
And most riders I talk to are like, hey, now that I think about it, this could be kind of fun. This could be kind of cool. We just get to race over and over. You don't have to keep going back and forth to airports. Are you looking at it like that, or you're like, I wish I could just have my normal deal?
I think it'll be fun because I think it'll be cool just going back to back to back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even used to like the traveling yet. So like I'll like get done racing or whatever, and then like the next morning I'll be super sore and just like not feeling it going to the airport and stuff like that. So I think it'll actually be fun. More maybe like an amateur style actually, because you know, amateurs you go and you stay for pretty much a week and that's all you do. So I mean, I think it'll be fun.
Who are you actually staying with out there?
Myself.
Oh, all right. Not doing some Airbnb, hot tubs, and supermodels and all this? No?
Nah, Dino's too cool guy for me.
Okay, so you're just staying in a hotel? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just going to stay at the hotel with the team, and I might use somebody's Airbnb just to have, like, actual home-cooked or, you know, like, healthy meals instead of just going out every night. But as of right now, it's just hotel. Okay,
all right. Maybe you'll have some closer, better friends by the time this is done. Maybe someone will hook you up.
Yeah, maybe. You only start getting friends when you like finish like top fives and stuff. So maybe when I finish top five, I'll have some friends.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, was everybody super cool to you? And then the racing started, and they're like, "Whoa, keeping their distance."
Nah, my guys are like close. You know, I keep a really tight circle. I don't really even talk to anybody. So, my friends stay here. But, I mean, just takes time. I mean, yeah, it wasn't the best showing, but I think people will be really surprised about, you know, what the outcome actually ends up being.
Well, the 999 really isn't actually bad. Like I said, if you had just not fallen in the heat race in Tampa, the whole thing would probably look different. So here we go. I mean, you get another shot at it, right?
Yeah, I've said that before. Like, if can you hear me now?
Yeah, we pretty much lost you there. Yeah, I don't know. We got better all of a sudden.
Well, all
right, we'll let your
question.
You were still answering it. Like, hey, if you hadn't fallen in that heat and then you made the main there and you got a bunch of nines, this whole thing would look a lot better. So there you go. Now, my last question, who's driving right now?
What was that?
Who's driving?
It's my chick.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he's staying by himself in the hotel. Everything's cool. Yeah. All right. Hey, we only want to take up 10 minutes here, so that's good. And good luck. Rookie season part 2. coming up.
Yeah, part 2.
All right. Thanks for the time. We'll see you in a couple days.
Yep. Thanks. Later.
See ya. Yep, later. I got a little sketch there on the timing or whatever, the internet, the Wi-Fi. I don't know. Happens pretty much every time we do this. But stay with us here because we're going to have more. That was Jalek Swoll of Rockstar Energy, Husqvarna. We're going to bring in more rookies. We got Derek Drake, and we're going to bring him on right now. Derek Drake, part of the Troy Lee Designs Red Bull KTM team. He's actually a West Coast rider, so he's got a couple more weeks before he has to go racing. Double D.
How's it going?
Yeah. Hey, man, you're West Coast, right? So, dude, you got like a whole nother month practically. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, we've been riding and training for the past couple of weeks, getting back to normal.
Yep.
But the plan is to leave the 6th or 7th of June and then get our testing done and be racing the 10th.
Okay, so you are not going, like some East guys on your team will go, but you're going to stick around California for a bit?
Yeah, Pierce is going like next Wednesday or something.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, watching it on TV, seeing how it all plays out, and know what to expect when West Coast comes up.
Now, the reason we wanted to get some rookies like yourself on here is because, like, you rarely or never get, like, this huge break to, like, look at what you've learned and then have a chance to apply it. So is there going to be 2.0 level Derek Drake here? Are there things you've learned in this 2 months or so?
Yeah, definitely. It's like rookie season part 2.
Yeah.
Like we did our first however many races up till San Diego.
Yep.
And I'll just focus on being back at Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
All got canceled. So it's been a longer break than we all expected, but at least we're back and I'm ready.
So how would you rate how it went early? I feel like you were like quietly solid. There weren't any like huge, oh my God, this rookie's throwing the bike into the stands moments. How did you feel about your opening couple of races?
They were good. It's just like, it's so gnarly, like compared to amateur ranks, like way different. It's just, you're fighting for your life out there. So you got to sink or swim. And I came to realize that. And I look forward to putting it to use.
Okay. So I just asked Jalek Swoll the same thing. What was a harder transition? Just riding Supercross and doing obstacles like at the test track or race night and pressure and 22 riders and all that? What has been the harder thing to learn? The tracks and Supercross skills or racing?
I would say for me, racing for sure. Because, I mean, I've ridden Supercross tracks when I was amateur, just, Monster Cup and playing around on all that. So the test tracks weren't really a big deal. We've been pretty comfortable in those. But when it comes Saturday, you got track walk and qualifying and under the lights and you got hay bales out there and 20 other people. It's definitely more difficult on race day.
How do you keep your chin up? Like, did you set a realistic, like, I just need to finish around here and I'm happy? Because obviously all of you guys that have factory rides, your goal is to win. You've won a lot.
Yeah.
How do you decide I'm doing good or bad? How do you measure that right now?
Basically just how I feel on the bike. Like,
I see.
I felt good on the bike. It's just my results have not shown yet. But during the week, I feel really good. Even doing like qualifying and stuff, like I feel good. I just need to get a start in the main and prove myself.
Okay. And the plan once you go out there, so you're going to go a little later because you're a West guy. Are you going to be able to ride when you're there? That seems all over the map what people are doing.
Yeah. I would assume so. We're going to ride, but I have not heard a definite answer because like Pierce, East Coast, he's definitely going to have to ride because he's going to be up there way longer than I will.
Right.
Because I think we race like Sunday, Wednesday, and then we have a week off, and then it's a shootout. So during that week off, I assume we're going to ride somewhere up in Utah.
Okay, I have a question coming from Jim Holly of Race Day Live. Altitude. Have you thought about this? Do you have any experience with it? I don't know. You race Mammoth and stuff. How's that fall for you at altitude?
Yeah, I've raced Mammoth pretty much all my life, and I obviously except for last year. But I've never had any issues with the altitude or anything. So the main thing is the bike. The bike's way different. So
yeah,
I'm assuming we're going to do some gearing changes and just run it.
Does it help actually to be West? Because look, they're probably going to iron these kinks out for Pierce Brown on the East.
Yeah, definitely. It was like we went first for A1 and got all that stuff out of the way.
That's right.
On part 2, they're going first. So, yeah, I'm looking forward for them to, like you said, iron the kinks out, and maybe the rules will be a little less strict by the time I'll go.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. We talked to Shane McElrath on Friday, and he's like, I don't know if the rules are so big. Like, we all get this 28-page booklet. And he's like, I'm worried about one thing, racing. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to have time to think about the 37 rules I got to follow. Have you thought about, like, am I going to be able to do all this while I'm handling my business on the track and all that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same for everyone. So everyone's in the same boat. So I'm not too worried about it. I'll just follow along. Whatever
no
they're
high
doing,
fiving.
I'm gonna do. So.
No high fiving. It literally says no high fiving in this booklet.
Yeah, I have not gone over it fully yet, but I'll just follow the leader.
Okay. Because here's the thing. It says the riders will have their bikes by themselves on the starting gate. So I'm assuming there'll be like a whole shot device lockdown somewhere. Yeah. Then you're on your own. I mean,
yeah, you better hope it doesn't come out when you're on the line.
That's right, dude. Wheeling.
Yeah.
So what do you think, man? Are you like a guy that you're kind of OCD and you want it to be exactly perfect, or can you roll with stuff generally pretty well and this will be okay?
Yeah, I can pretty much go with the flow. Like I said, I'm just it's new for everyone. So everyone, it's not like I've done it and no one else has. It's not like that. So it's new to everyone, and we'll get through it, and it'll be good. Head on to outdoors.
Okay. Last thing. So where are you staying? Are you staying with some people? Some dudes are renting houses, hotels. Mm-hmm. What do you got?
Yeah, I got a Airbnb in Salt Lake. So I'm looking forward to that. Cooking our own meals, and just I guess I'll just move up to Utah for the month.
Yeah, but I think everybody's looking at that like, hey, this could be fun. That's kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah, for sure. It's more like amateur days. Like you're camping out and camping out, and you got a week-long race, and bring your road bike. We'll cycle, and it'll be. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean it's Utah. If you want to go cycling, there's worse places you could go. This is not bad. Yeah. Cool. All right, that's quick 10 minutes with Derek Drake. Well, I guess we'll see you early June, I guess is the way it's going to turn out. Yep. All right, man. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
Peace out. Yep. That is Derek Drake, and we're going to bring in Jett Lawrence will be next on our list here just past 5:20, and I think we're going to have a late edition, and we'll bring a second Geico Honda man on. Joe Shimoda will come on at 5:30 East, 2:30 West. Some of these guys are on the East Coast. Some of these guys are on the West Coast. So that's the way it's going to go. It's 7 rounds. There'll be 3 East races. That'll be a Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday. So there's a whole other week before West starts. They race twice, one East, then an East-West shootout at the end. Actually, sorry, they're called showdowns now. And that final round will count for points. So 7 points paying rounds for 250 riders. But it's, of course, split East and West. Now, hey, geography lesson. Salt Lake City is obviously not Eastern in any way, shape, or form. But look, this entire thing is a giant compromise. So that's what we're going to have to deal with. If you're an East Coast guy, if you're a West Coast guy, they're all going to be pretty much staying out there. The label on the coast is just window dressing at this point. But the good news is we're going to have a championship decided with the correct amount of rounds for everybody. We'll wait for Jett Lawrence to come on in. Jett is viewing, but he needs to request to go live. So Jetson, if you want to request, we'll bring you on in, and then we'll talk to him. And I think we might get Joe Shimoda on also before we're done this evening here on a Memorial Day. So Jett Lawrence, I think you all know the story. It was a sensational start to his Supercross career. First round, he had some food poisoning. That was not great. Second round, he was shadowing for the lead for the majority of the main event till he made a mistake. And the third round, it looked like he was going to win the race to the late attack by Dylan Ferrandis in a crash. Luckily, somehow, despite the hard crash, he only broke a collarbone, been back on the bike a while. And you never know. If you just look at the improvement that he made in 3, there should be, he's actually asking me right now, how do I request? There should be on your screen a way to request. I'm looking at the bottom, and there's probably something in one of those icons there. I'll get to you in a second. if you look at the improvement that Jett Lawrence made in those 3 rounds, and you give a couple more months, I mean, they haven't raced any West races since February. He hasn't raced since January. This should be pretty impressive if he can continue that climb. See in a second. Now I don't have it. I think you might have to exit out and then come back in. Yeah, all right. The fans are saying, Jett, leave, and then come back. There we go. And there's some other people requesting, but I can't just let anybody in here. Someday it'll get dangerous, and I'll just let some random fans come on here and do whatever they want. Okay, so Jett Lawrence on the Geico Honda team, this will be cool to see the progress if he's gotten better since the last time we saw him race, which is all the way back in January, and we're going to bring him in here right now. Hey, I'm just happy to know that one of these teenagers doesn't absolutely lap me with information and knowledge of Instagram, so I'll take it. Boom.
There we go.
There we go. Hey, you're making me feel young because I'm like, dude, any of these, I mean, what are you, 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, any of these 16-year-olds, they know Instagram backwards, forwards. I got nothing. So I'm actually happy to know you had to learn something.
Yeah, dude, I was hopping on. Normally the A request thing comes up, and they're like, press the request button. I'm like, where is the request button? I can't see no request button. I'm pressing all different buttons.
Yeah.
Like, I was lost.
Okay, we got it, and I'm learning. I'm learning as well. Look, I don't even want to ask, you had a collarbone injury, but I know you've probably been back for that forever, right? So is that even a thing anymore?
No.
Nah.
Collarbone's rock solid.
Okay, so how long have you been riding? Was this more of a, I can only do so much because I might have like 3 months off? Or have you just been moto grinding it ever since February or so?
I've just been grinding, really.
Really?
Ever since I was able to ride, I rode a few days in Cali, actually.
Yep.
And then after a while, like the pandemic with COVID-19, that stuff came up. So we quickly hopped on a flight back to Florida, back to my Hunter and I's house.
Yeah.
And then, we were riding moto for quite a while. And then we heard, like, there was some news there. We could be going back to Supercross.
Yep.
And that. So, like, I guess we'll go ride Supercross. We've been just grinding this big days on Supercross, and I'm feeling amazing, really.
Yes, but any of this, hey, I might have to treat this like my off season. You did not do that. This was not treated like the off season. This break.
No, this was just straight hammering.
But as I was saying before you came on, look, you improved so much in just 3 darn races, like 18 days of Supercross. Yeah. You got to be way better now.
Yeah, I would say
okay,
so.
Really? Come on, man. It's been 3 months.
I would hopefully. I can't really say much because I'm actually riding, so I don't really notice a big difference. But in the lap times, Consistency, that's better.
Okay.
Whoops, I've gotten them a lot smoother now. I ain't missing no whoops. Okay. I'm a lot more skilled than that.
Okay.
There's been no endos lately, so that's good.
Okay.
I felt like I've made another step in speed. Because I think like a few months ago I got up to where I was again, like when I was like at A2. Yeah. I was feeling good, and then all of a sudden I made another step of speed. I'm like, whoa. So, I ended up getting that more tamed now, and I'm more consistent. So, I definitely, I feel like I've wisened. Is that a word? No?
Wiser?
I'm more wiser. Sorry.
Wow.
More
something
wiser
like that.
with my riding. I feel like I've learned from my mistake at A2 and that stuff, and being in a few spots, just knowing when to be patient and then knowing when to go fast kind of thing.
I mean, I just figured. I mean, you're 16. You're going to make gains here. If you were 30, I'd be like, dude, you're probably burnt out by now. But I don't think that's the case. By the way, is your brother going to race? Are we going to get him on a Supercross track in a race?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's gonna be racing west with me. So.
How's that gonna go, bro?
I might not supposed to be saying that.
Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, you're just some kid. What do you know?
Yeah. What do I know?
Yeah.
No,
okay.
But this is kind of we raced each other at Budds Creek last year.
Yeah.
But I was still an amateur, so it wasn't really a proper race kind of thing. I was still like 2 to so seconds slower than him.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're on Supercross, where I'm more stronger than him, so it should be
should be a good one.
Oh. I mean, yeah, you have like almost 3 whole races under your belt. You're totally experienced.
Yeah, yeah, I said, dude, I'm a smasher. I got 3 races under my belt. So many practices and qualifying.
That's right. Are you guys, how's the living arrangements? Are you guys going to stay in Utah the whole time? Wes doesn't start the very first race. So are you going out late? How's this all work?
Yeah, we're going to go out later. Obviously, like, we have to be 48 hours before the COVID test.
Yep.
But we're going to be getting a Airbnb because we're talking about getting a hotel, but like being trapped in a hotel for like I don't know how many weeks is we're gonna lose our mind. We can't stay in the same room for so long without getting angry at each other or pissing ourselves off. So, no, we're gonna get an Airbnb, and I think we're leaving on a Tuesday.
Yeah. So this is you and your bro are gonna live together, like usual.
Me, my Hunter, my trainer's gonna fly up.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 4 of us, but I think my dad and my trainer is gonna stay at home when we go race, and they're probably gonna watch on the TV.
Is this Osho?
Yeah, Osho.
No wonder there hasn't been much of a break.
Yeah, the dinosaur.
Okay.
But he actually just left Sunday because he flew over here for a bit, and we gave him a bit of a hurting.
Oh, really?
Crap. Yeah. Because he's been in Cali by himself with his family, and they don't give him much like banter at all or crap to each other. So Hunter and I just love to feed it to him and that stuff, you know.
You gotta watch. This poor guy's got artificial joints now. Okay, so be nice to the guy.
Yeah, we call him a dinosaur sometimes.
Oh gosh. Okay, so. Dude, you just have to be so pumped. Like, I'm sure you were bummed to miss races already, and then they had to wait even longer than it was supposed to. You know, it could have been March 28th, Seattle. It's 2 whole months later. You have to be so pumped to get another shot at this finally.
Yeah, I'm so excited because this was like the one year I could have a go at trying to win a race or get on podium at 16 because once it hits August, I'm 17. So I want to try and get that before the Supercross season ends. And after A2, and I'm like, I was pretty bummed about, but when I heard it was coming back, I was so excited.
Yeah. So when you're out there, do you think you'll be able to ride? I mean, you're a West guy, so the races are pretty tight together. Is riding out there a thing you guys are working on at all?
I think the team has like a schedule or something. Like we'll ride like 1 day a week or like 1 day like during the breaks or something like that. We'll probably sort something out like that.
Do you know, as a young Australian, anything about Utah at all? Has anyone told you what it's going to be like out there?
It's got altitude.
Yeah.
Nice place to mountain bike.
Yep.
Very pretty scenery, I heard. And yeah.
I think that does it. Are you going to indulge? Are you going to be out there on the mountain bike?
Our Airbnb, we just go out our back door, into our backyard, and we have basically a hill that we can, mountain bike trail that we can go straight up to, which is pretty good.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm getting at here is most people seem to think, actually, at first it all sounded weird and different. And then I think most people, once they started putting their plans together, they're like, hey, this might actually be really fun.
Yeah. So it's always good to get back racing, especially us racers. We need racing in our life.
Yeah, that's true. And then, heck, if you can mountain bike out the backyard and you got an Airbnb, you don't have to get on a flight between every race. What's not to like?
That's just 10 times better than trying to flying to the race, weekend and flying back, and then only having a few days of riding and maybe getting jet lag and going back, where having the Airbnb is really good because we can just go back and get into our recovery mode just straight away kind of thing. And when we need to do our recovery cycle, we just walk out the back door and
boom,
up we go up a hill.
Yeah. Do you know anything about altitude? That's the last thing I'll ask here. It's, I think, 4,000 feet-ish, whatever that is in meters. Any idea if that matters?
I raced at Mammoth, which they said the altitude's gnarly there, but I didn't really feel it at all.
Okay.
Which is pretty good. And I've been riding in Florida with this heat. Like, it's been hot, like really hot and humid. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that will probably prepare me a little bit. And plus, Johnny's got us so fit now, like we can do 15 plus ones, like almost easy now kind of thing. So no, it's definitely, I don't think it's too much of a problem for me and Hunter and I, actually.
One fan here just asked, do you play Fortnite? Do you?
I do sometimes.
Okay.
That's one thing. I got my Xbox here, and I'm probably going to be bringing that to the Airbnb.
Oh, yeah.
So I have something to do in between, so yeah.
Yeah, you got to recover between races, right? What are you going to do?
Yeah, I got to get these thumbs recovered, It's like not easy holding onto a bike all the time.
That's right. Okay, well, look, thanks for the quick chat here. You're in Florida, and you're going out. You're going to be home for those East races, right? You'll be back late, is what you're saying.
I think it's like we got 2 weeks until we fly out kind of thing. So, yeah.
More grinding then.
More grinding. We might step it back a little bit just so we don't do anything stupid,
Yeah. All right. I think I'm supposed to get your guy Sushi, as you call him on here, so I got to go. We'll see what happens.
Sushi friend?
That's what he said. We'll see. All right, Jetson. Good to hear you're healed up, better.
Thank you.
Who knows? This could be really interesting when you get back on the track.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited. But no, thanks for having me. It was great being on here.
All right, we'll do it again. Cool. All right,
peace.
Cheers. Yep. That is the young Australian Jett Lawrence. So Jetson, that is a scary thought. Like I had said, he got significantly better in just 3 races to start his Supercross career. Was okay at the opener in Anaheim. He was sick, by the way, but he still was top 10. And then battled for the lead a little bit, round 2. Hung with Austin Forkner for a while. And then at round 3, he almost won the race. Give him 3 more months here of working with Johnny O'Mara and riding and grinding with his brother on the racetrack, getting better and better and better. This could be a real X factor in this very tight points race in the West, because Jett, I think, is already thinking, I'm a podium or race win level guy, and there's 3 riders battling for that title in the West with Ferrandis, Justin Cooper, and Austin Forkner. You throw somebody else in that mix, he could be stealing points. I'm not sure if we're going to get Joe Shimoda. I had briefly talked to his agent this morning, and I said, well, here's the rules, man. Just tell him to request to join in past 2:30 out west. Don't know if he's going to do it. I'll hang out here for just another minute. This is a really good thing about this Supercross setup, everybody. You get to watch all the racing. It will all be live. Some of them are actually on NBC, which is the large broadcast network, and then some of them are on NBCSN with the NBC Sports Gold package. You can watch them all on the internet as well. These are TV-only events. Fans will not be in attendance. There's actually a limit of 900 people involved with the event, and only 400 can actually be inside the stadium at any one time. I cannot tell you how incredibly well detailed the actual plan is to how to pull this off is. They sent it to me. It's like 20-some pages. I mean, every detail. Like I said to Derek Drake, it literally says no high fives, no handshakes. They've got to do this right. And really what it comes down to is this. Regardless of how you feel about the coronavirus thing, you just have to show respect there to Utah, which is allowing this to happen. And I think we're going to get Joe Shimoda in here. So the state made rules. You got to follow them. I'm going to bring Joe Shimoda in, and we'll follow this up with one more rookie before we go here on Memorial Day. Let's bring in the Geico Honda rider who's been very quietly effective on the East. Joe Shimoda, what up?
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, all right. Dude, your super agent. Your super agent's like, dude, he wants on. So I don't know. Are you? Yes. Are you like an Instagram guy all the time, or is this the first time I've ever done something like this?
I try to do Instagram, but just like maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Just keep posting, but not like as other guys, I think.
Not out of control. Okay. Now, during this break that we had in the racing, did you end up doing any weird stuff, new stuff, play video games more, whatever, to pass the time?
Yeah, just, I don't know. It's not too much of difference what I've been doing, but a little bit more staying in my house, sitting a lot. Yeah, but this time I actually trained my trainer too, so it's kind of big difference.
Oh, who are you working with now?
I'm working with Jay Whipple.
Mm-hmm.
So he's my new trainer. I was working with Jeff Ward, but yeah, just switching some things up.
Dude, Whipple has been around a long time. The guy definitely I know Jeff Ward is certainly a legend and well known, but Whipple's been around as well for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep. So how would you rate your first couple races here, man? Like, it was kind of quiet. Like, you'd just be running like 4th and 5th in the mains, just like no problem. Were you happy with how it's gone so far?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I actually didn't feel like I'm sketchy or kind of nervous. So my plan was to just taking it easy, maybe first or second round.
Yeah.
Just get through it, and by the time like 3rd, 4th round, I was able to ride 100%. So yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. Okay, so switching trainers, do you feel like you've gained something? Was there something better about the Whipple program? Do you feel better than you even did the first races you got to do?
Yeah, we are trying to work on way more corner speeds and starts. And I was pretty good on starts first round and then other practices, but wasn't confident and consistent. So, yeah, we've been working on some things, and my lap time is getting better. And physical, too. So, yeah, should be different.
Oh, so Whipple's not just on the riding side? Is it on the training side, too?
I do have I have 2 trainers. One's for like dirt bike training.
Yeah.
And other one is for physical training. His name is John Kinsler from W Training Facility.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. Rookies never get this chance to have like 3 months off in the middle of the season. So it's got to be kind of exciting to come back and be like, hey, I had all this time to get better. You got to be pumped on this rare opportunity. Yeah.
Some people say, it sucks, but for some rookies, I feel like a little bit lucky because there's a chance to re-prepare that like you didn't have. So yeah, I feel kind of bummed, but both way I feel not too bad about it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not racing for a while was bad, but you're going to be better probably now, right?
Yeah, I think I will be better.
So what are you going to do out there? The East guys race first. Are you going to stay there the whole time? You're going to get to ride in between? I've been asking everybody this. How are you planning the whole trip?
I'm actually leaving tomorrow to Salt Lake City.
Okay.
And get tested by this coronavirus thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you put something on your nose, which is pretty disgusting. Yeah. And then, I'll be staying there for 1 month, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to stay there.
Okay. You got a place to ride, you think?
Yeah, team found some place.
Okay.
Well, I don't really know the information, but we'll be riding there too.
You'll be riding, yeah. And then where are you staying?
I'm staying at a hotel.
Oh, 3 weeks.
It's crazy.
3 weeks. Lots of room service.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'll be really shitty.
Yeah, it could be, dude. Yeah. So you're a young guy. I mean, who do you travel with? Are your parents with you, or anything? How does that work when you, especially a trip like this?
Okay, I'm still a minor, so I turned 18 last month. This month. I have a practice mechanic with me. He's gonna be my gardener, I guess.
Guardian,
The guardian. So, so I'm gonna go with him and stay there.
That's it. No parents, nothing like that.
Just me and him.
Wow, you're a big man now. You got it all figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most riders have told me that it's actually kind of fun, like the way this, I mean, the hotel thing might not be fun, but the idea of being out there, and I don't know if you know, Salt Lake City is a great place to ride bicycles and stuff. You don't have to go to the airport right after the race. Some guys seem to like it.
Honestly, traveling is not bad. Like airplanes and everything is not bad, but I just don't like, I have to wake up 4 a.m.
Yes.
Get to the airport, go back, and get home by noon.
Yeah.
So I just don't like doing those stuff so early.
Yeah.
You were racing till 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And maybe go to sleep by 1, maybe 2-ish.
Yeah.
You gotta wake up 2 hours later. So
I've always wondered that. You're in I mean, I'm on that same schedule, but here's the difference. I don't have to participate in a motorcycle race. I'm just sitting watching. So I would think even trainers are probably the worst thing you could do is exert yourself and then sleep 2 hours that night. It probably hurts, into Sunday and Monday, I would think.
Yeah, definitely Monday. you feel sleeping.
Yeah.
You still got to ride, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just hitting.
So this is going to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Way better.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, everybody seems to be pretty happy about it. What do you have a goal here? Last thing here, do you have a certain result that you're trying to get? Like I said, you've shown top 5-ish type speed. What do you think you can get by the end of this?
Well, definitely I want a podium. We've been working so hard for this, and yeah, we did reach our goal, which was top 5.
Yeah,
I was able to do it at Atlanta, but so now we got those. Me and Jay are working for top 3.
All right, going for podiums. Why not? Yeah.
Just podiums.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And that wraps up our conversation with the rookies. I'm just impressed that I can have a conversation with Joe Shimoda, who's actually been in the United States for a long time. I remember him as a way too big to ride a super mini racer. Speaking no English at one point, and he's from Japan, by the way. And then I think he got to the point where he could speak English, but he wouldn't do podium interviews because it was difficult to do it, kind of under the pressure, and you used to have to talk to his mechanic to figure out what the heck was going on. And now we can have full-on interviews with the guy. Really interesting story there with Shimoda. So we've got the full spectrum. There's your champ, your points leader, and then a bunch of young guys as we head into Utah. I don't know what kind of content we're going to have from these races. Obviously, at RacerXOnline.com, I'm here. I'll have coverage on the website Sunday as the race happens, and then through Sunday night into Monday morning. As far as what type of access we're going to get with the riders, it's either going to be terrible or great. Nothing in between. On race day, we're not going to be able to have the normal conversations that we're used to having because of social distancing rules. But everybody is living here in Utah for a couple of weeks. Who's to say on a day off that we can't all hang out and get more podcasts done or videos? We'll see. It's become Supercross town for 3 weeks. Salt Lake City. Catch the fever. Supercross is back. Thanks to Yoshimura, our sponsor. Go to RacerXOnline.com/Weege. That's WEEGE to subscribe to RacerX. Help support our moto journalistic endeavors. Somebody's got to pay for this hotel, this rental car, and the flight that I had to stay out here in Utah. Thanks for listening.